747, News Talk 820 WBAP. It's the Friday morning edition of the WBAP Morning News with Ernie and Hal.
What we have here is a great topic.
You like
this is a great topic.
A growing number of Americans are questioning the value of going to college. The price has gotten outrageous. People are taking on massive amounts of debt. All of this done, by the way, because the government said everybody should be able to go to college, and they opened the Treasury doors, and universities took advantage of that, just like anybody else would. Oh, look, the Treasury doors are open. Suddenly college costs $150,000 to get a degree.
$150,000?
Yeah, what a shock.
I looked up a couple of schools here. I just looked up SMU. $79,000 a year. That's books, tuition, room and board. $79,000 a year.
Goodness.
TCU's about the same thing. 78.
All right.
Is that worth it?
Casey Hasten joins us, corporate recruiter, the director of recruiting with VIP, an executive search firm. Casey, thank you for coming on WBAP.
Thanks for having me this morning.
I know that we've been told, it's ingrained in us, that going to college is a must, that without it, you'll never make it, you'll never make as much money, etc. But now more people are saying, is it really worth it to us? What do you think?
You know, and that is a big question, and I know that the confidence in our educational system has really gone down lately. I think that I saw it's down by 14 points as far as the confidence in going to college. You know, we're seeing these kids come out totally stressed because they've got so much debt, and they're not able to find jobs that are going to, you know, let them recoup that investment quickly. I just read a study that was done by Georgetown University that said that more than half of the college graduates earn less than the high school graduates 10 years later.
Is it because of what they're actually going to school and getting majors in?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It absolutely is. And that's where I think our colleges and universities are really failing our recent high school grads, is because they're just getting them in the system, but they're not really taking the time to figure out what those kids really want to do, number one, and really encouraging them to go after those specialty degrees, because a lot of kids are going in and they're just doing, you know, a general degree, a business management, business administration. That's not enough. You need to really niche down and, you know, declare that major, like in accounting or finance or, you know, even, you know, medical, or even here's one thing that I see a lot of is that, you know, I had one of my candidates that came to me, and she chose two majors, actually, psychology and French. And I was like, what were you hoping to accomplish with that?
Yeah, no kidding. Okay. So a person graduates. OU right now is about $30,000 a year. UT is about $30,000 a year. They graduate after 4 years, maybe 5 or some. So let's say $150,000 for those two schools. $250,000 or $300,000 for the private schools. You go apply for a job. Is that going to get you a job over a person who has had applying for the same job with 5 years of experience?
Absolutely. At this point in time,
the college degree will get you that job.
Yes.
Okay.
Depending on the job. I mean,
yeah, I know.
Sure, in certain sectors, I mean, that college degree and the school.
Well,
depending on the school that you go to.
Yeah, like radio here, what we do is that college degree, it's going to be good. It's never bad, but they look for experience on the radio. So the experience will get you a job before the $250,000 degree will.
But that's just our business.
Yeah, that's just our business.
Yeah. All right, Casey, can you hang on a second?
Sure.
All right, Casey Hasten is with us. We're talking about whether or not college is worth it. A lot of kids reevaluating this because of the cost. Let's jump to Monty Cook, 751, traffic on the ones now.
That wreck on the Dallas North Tollway northbound at Plano Parkway, it's blocking the exit ramp and not much of a backup there. Now on the Tollway southbound around Chapel Hill, stalled vehicle takes away the right lane. That's already a 10-minute backup toward 121, the Sam Rayburn Tollway. The activity loop 12 Alton Walker southbound on top of the Trinity River, still there in the right lane, still about a 10-minute backup on I-35E. Our next update within 10 minutes with WBAP's First Traffic on the Ones. I'm Monty Cook.
WBAP weather, a lot of low clouds, patchy fog across the area this morning. It'll burn off to partly cloudy and 92 this afternoon. Low tonight, 75, not much wind. Tomorrow, we're going to be partly cloudy, breezy, hot, and humid with some isolated afternoon and evening thunderstorms, a high of 95. And then we're expecting more and heavier rains Sunday and Monday. Right now, WBAP, 75 degrees.
7:53, News Talk 820 WBAP. We're talking to Casey Hasten. Casey, I have said before that the cost of colleges, I think colleges have been ripping off people because suddenly the Treasury doors are open. We've got this idea that everybody should have a college degree. Should everybody have a college degree?
I mean, that's a very broad statement. No, not ever. I mean, if they want it, they should.
Yeah.
I think it's very, very helpful. But I do think that we're seeing a trend towards, looking more towards those trade schools, looking more towards going for those certifications for specific skills. I know there's a couple of companies, IBM and I believe Accenture, that are really moving towards not requiring as many of their jobs not requiring degrees. So I believe they're at like about a 50-50 right now, like 50% of their jobs do require degrees and 50% don't. And they're really putting value on those, not educational systems, but those courses and classes that teach specific skills.
Let me ask you a political question about all of this.
Oh, no.
I know, and I'm not going to ask you your political. I'm not going to ask you your political favoritism here. A kid goes to college. He signed up. He gets loans. Should that kid going to college expect the government to pay for it 2 or 3 years down the line?
Absolutely not. That one I can answer really easily. I think that's, I've watched my coworkers struggling. One of my coworkers' wife went to medical school, and his inspiration for pounding out the calls every single day, because, basically we're in a sales role, was he had that number on his desk of her debt. And I've watched him over the years, that number go down and him pay that. And, for him, I feel like that would be a complete injustice for him to have paid back that $150,000 in student loans and other people to have it forgiven.
Yeah.
And what about the parents that paid for it?
Yeah.
Are they going to get forgiven?
How about the guy who worked his way through and paid that way? Didn't have the good time that everybody else seemed to be having. So.
Do you have an alma mater?
Do I?
Yes.
I went to University of Phoenix.
All right. Fantastic. Very good.
This is Casey Hasten. She is a corporate recruiter. I find it interesting. We're living in these days now when people are starting to rethink whether college is important. And I wonder if the cost wasn't what it was, would people still think college was important?
That's a good question. And I'm thinking, like, if I remember correctly, in other countries, college is paid for just like your first and secondary education, right?
Yeah.
Because they deem it that important, and I think that it needs to be, one or the other. Either it's so important that it needs to be a God-given right, or it needs to be affordable for those that choose to go. I don't know if you know this, that on average, tuition has gone up 5% over the last couple of years.
Oh, yeah. We're very aware of the costs here. Casey, thank you so much. Casey's a corporate recruiter. Casey Hasten is her name. Casey, we'll have you back. Thank you so much.
We'll call you back, yeah.
All right. Thanks so much.